lots of chemicals, the big test tubes and big lab. You can use little things to demo and show them and make it real for them so that they will say, ah, when we were doing this in class, we did that. Imagine if we used this and we did that and we did that. That's what learning is about. That's what science is about. Science is about solving problems. We've gone too far away from that. We've forgotten that the whole reason why these scientists were in the labs, were investigating and going through all this stress, because it was very stressful, was because they were solving problems in life, in the real world. Our children also need to solve problems, and we have lots of problems around us. Let them start thinking. Let us stop just talking about textbooks.
Okay, now I like that. You have now brought the well, you have passed the buck back to the table to all of us. So who's going to now advocate for this change that you are saying? Will it be the parents? Will it be teachers? Will it be the educated elites? Will it be politicians? Will it be government officials? So who's going to bail this cat?
All of us. It's going to take all of us. And I say that, and I'm going to repeat it again, it's going to take all of us, because we're all affected. If we want the future that we're all hoping for and we're aspiring for, everyone needs to be involved. You see, even parents, there are little things you can do to show your children that you're involved in their education and make them think. Start asking them questions. You finish watching a program. I wonder what were they talking about? Let them summarize. Make them think. Creative thinking is one of the core skills we're talking about that is very necessary.
Creative thinking is not being taught here.
That's why I said it's very necessary. It's one of the core work skills for the 21st century. So parents, you have your own work. Stop waiting for, oh, government. Then educators, it's up to us to also put in more of ourselves, because you cannot give what you don't have. If you don't put more into you, then how are you going to give? Okay, and then the students, guys, we need to stop being lazy. Okay, you're just reading stuff from your tablets and your phones. This person did this. I'm not going to mention celebrity names because I don't like gossip. I don't like gossip.
Glamour rumors.
Yes, I don't read and watch all those gossip things because they are not elevating your mind. That's all you are doing is just reading that. Guys, there are things around you that affect you. I'm talking about your futures. Yes, I'm talking about your futures. Go and find out what's going on in other countries. See how you can solve problems. Look, there's so much here. There's so much opportunity for all of you to be millionaires and billionaires by God's grace. What is it for you to be able to make money? You solve a problem. You meet a need. You go and read and you research. Guess what? You're going to solve problems. You're going to meet needs. By you reading, by you talking to other people, when you're busy, by you WhatsApping and chatting, guess what? You can talk to somebody in England or in Finland or in Japan. Yes, they speak English, by the way, too. And talk to them and say,
by the way, there's an application now that is available for you to speak Russian online.
So you see, you have no excuses about language. So you can chat with everybody and say, look, we're doing this problem in class. This is what we're thinking of, that. Chat with them about other things than just, oh guys, this latest shoe and this latest bag and that. That's not what life is about. You want to make money, you want to be very, very rich. All these people, what did they do? They met needs.
Okay, now I like that. The bottom line again, though, being how the ability to go beyond just providing daily meals. Because right now, that seems to be the challenge in this environment. So is that mental slavery or is it just wrong perception? Because every young person you speak to right now is that, look, I cannot even feed myself, and you're telling me to go read, to go and chat with somebody.
I have a very, very simple answer for that one. If you're having a problem now, what's going to happen to you tomorrow? Okay, you don't just think about today, you have to think about tomorrow. You see all these people I keep mentioning. One of my favorite, I'll call him icons, role models, is Steve Jobs. I mean, of course, his personal life, let's not talk about that, but I'm talking about in terms of innovation and all that he contributed. If he had not, as a young person, explored and started really thinking and meeting other people, talking to other people, really thinking. Imagine, and look, not only did he make money so much in his life, he made millions when he was in his 20s. He lost it all. And he was able to recover it again. That's here. If he had just said, oh man, I've lost all this money, everybody's laughing at me, that's it, I'm done. Which is what a lot of our young people do because they are used to that now. But if you have that mindset, man, I can recover from this. I have it up here. I know what to do. I'm the boss. I'm constantly in touch with other people. Yes, you can do it. So please don't think about just food today. Think about. I like to tell people. I like to think 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. Then by God's grace, 25, 50 years down the line. That's how you think. That's how you plan. You don't just say, oh, I can't eat now. Guess what? You can't eat now. You won't be able to eat again tomorrow. and it's going to continue. You have to start solving tomorrow's problems now.
Now, okay, I don't know why this is endemic in Africa and painfully so in Nigeria, because Nigeria seems to be the leader, as it were, in terms of economic size, in terms of population size. So if it's endemic in Africa, then it's more painful that it's happening in Nigeria. So this poverty of the mind, is it genetic or is it self-inflicted?
It's not genetic.
No.
There is no way that it's genetic. Nigerians are leading across the globe. So how can you tell me that it's genetic?
But if it's not genetic, why is it perennial? Why? You know, look at the way you feel right now. You're emotionally disturbed.
I'm very upset.
Everything you see around you seems to contradict what you know can be done to change the environment. So why are we like this?
Okay. You just said a key word, which I was going to mention, environment. We educators know that there are two factors that really affect children. Nature, which we call nurture, or environment. Nurture, which you just mentioned, is genetics. And then the other one is environment. You can work to some degree on someone's nature, like I said, to some degree. But the key driver is environment. But even with that, I still believe there are ways, we call them hacks, that you can cut across whatever is in front of you. There are people who are here in Nigeria who were so poor, who barely were able to push themselves together and became stars over there in America or in Europe. How did they do it? Because whatever they had was here. It wasn't that somebody just automatically just poured it in them when they went over there. No, it was already here. It's just that when they went over there, they were able to tap into things over there and be able to do it. So I believe that, yes, it's difficult here. It is not easy. There are a lot of challenges. There are a lot of obstacles. But guess what? You can still do it here. You can. I refuse to say that you can't. I've seen young people who are doing so well. I have friends who are, okay, look at what we're talking about agriculture a lot now this year. About how food prices have gone up, things are out of whack. Young people who are less than 30, they started when they were in university. That's before they even graduated. Yes. Instead of going to go buy the latest phones and all that, they started putting aside money, buying acres of land here and there. One of them, he's my friend, and as far as I'm concerned, he's a very good role model. Got a farm or acres of land, lots of acres of land in what you might call it in Ogun State, and started planting they call this trees. No, not banana, the palm oil trees. And palm now, yes, palm trees, there you go. And now he's harvesting it as palm oil. You see that the price of palm oil has gone up. Is he not going to make money? And we forget that palm...
He started that years back.
Years back. And people were laughing at him then, because I was reading the posts. People were laughing at him then, but now, who is laughing at who? Who is laughing at who now? Because palm oil has several derivatives, not just the palm oil that we used to eat. You can use it in soap, so many other things. Yes. So who is laughing at who now? So you see what I'm saying, that it's not I'm hungry now and then you just let go. You start thinking, you start planning, start looking around you. What are the things you can do? What are the needs that you can start meeting? Because that's how you make money, meet needs. What are the needs you can meet? What are problems you can solve?
Now, I like that, because let's put it back on the street. Indentured labor. Yes, it's our lifestyle now. As funny as it is, it's our lifestyle now. You see street hawkers, you see spare part boys, not going to school and helping their brother at Idumota or Igbo or something. You see our parents, taking their children. So indentured labor is almost, as it were, a lifestyle. So when you say thinking outside of the box, so how can we turn that around?
You are in a situation. You don't allow your mind to get trapped into that situation. See the people who I'm mentioning. I mentioned Steve Jobs. He wasn't a millionaire when he was in his 20s. Even
he
talking about
dropped out of school.
Yes, yeah. I'm trying to think of other examples of people who had really, really bad backgrounds but overcame it. So it's not just because you are in this bad situation now that it's always going to be like that forever. So it's here. Okay,
so we have online. We have the biographics online. So the skills for the future. You're saying that the business skills. Then of
These
course
are core skills.
Yes. Okay.
These are core skills.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so we break it down. These are the core skills that are going to be needed, or actually are needed in this 21st century. These are the abilities you need to have. These are the basic skills. Then cross-functional, that means across all functions. Yes. Whether you're an engineer, whether you are a nurse, an artist, fashion designer, all these skills, yes, all these skills are coming to play.
A musician will need the skills too?
Is he not going to handle his money? Of course. You're going to give your accountant and
Davido will need all these skills?
They need all of them. You're going to relate to people. Did I not just mention relating people,
Yes.
emotional intelligence?
Yes.
You're going to negotiate your contract. Hey, you're going to talk to people about whatever deals you're making with them. Coordination with
Emotional
others.
intelligence.
Well,
You're saying that many of us actually suffer from deficiency.
that's a whole topic for another day. But yes, that's another area that we need help with. Emotional intelligence. We do need help
No,
with that.
can you just put it on the street? Just make it very simple. So this road rage and all these.
It's self-control. The lack of the ability to control ourselves. Lack of the ability to empathize with others. That's something that I see that is becoming less and less in us
Yes.
as we're moving, and I find it very sad because it's something that we used to be very, very strong in before.
No, it's common. It's like an African culture. So we seem to have lost it.
Yes, so it's one thing that we need to get back. So that's why I put emotional intelligence here, because it's really key. But see, let's look at these abilities real fast. Okay, they're
Yes.
gone.
No, just mention
I
them.
can mention
back,
that.
yes.
We just talked about creative thinking. That's one of the cognitive abilities that we need in the 21st century. I talked about mathematics, that we should stop making excuses about being scared and saying, oh, it's too difficult. Do I really need it? It is one of the core skills that's going to be needed. Mathematical reasoning. Another one is logical reasoning, which unfortunately is close to mathematics, because in mathematics you go A plus B, it gives you this. So it's really key. Then the basic skills. One of the key basic skills that is very, very necessary in this century is ICT literacy. Don't let anybody fool you. It's very, very important. You see these phones, unfortunately I don't even have my phone.
All the things that you have
everything that we're doing,
it's about ICT.
These things now are pretty much computers. Forget about the laptops. There's nothing that your phone cannot do that your laptop cannot do. Think about it. There's nothing that your phone cannot do. You can play music, you can go online, you can save and work on documents.
You can even watch news.
So ICT literacy, very key. We talked about being able to express yourself, oral expression, whether you like it or not. Every day when you're working, one way or the other, you have to express your views. You have to be able to give presentations and sell what you're thinking to other people. So it's very important. And then we just talked about self-control, which is emotional intelligence. Yes, very key. Another one that we're also missing is teaching our children to be able to make judgment and decision making. We keep letting them rely on us and rely on us and rely on us. No. We need to push the onus back on them. They need to learn how to make decisions.
No, just wait a minute. Some parents are going to take you up on that. I mean, are you saying, look, what do they know? You know, that's the balance here. What do they know? Where the elders are on the table, what?
You'll be surprised how much children know. They know so much and they hear so much. They listen to a lot. They model and follow up on us. In fact, if you just talk, you and I talking here, if a child were here, I guarantee you that we ask the child to summarize what you and I have been talking about. They can summarize it. You'll be surprised. They could. They will not use all the language. No, we're not. You'll be surprised. Of course, they won't use the language I've been using. But a lot of what I've said, they'll be able to convey it and give it back to you. You'll be surprised. So we need to give them more ownership of making decisions.
Yes.
Think about it. We're not always going to be here for them. So we need to start letting them make mistakes, learning to become leaders. Yes. That's the only way we can move forward. So that's really key. Another one is time management. We need to also work on that. That's a key skill for the 21st century. And management of financial resources. That one is really, really big. We need to start doing more of that in the schools. We need to teach them about budgeting. We need to teach them about planning.
Mexicans, the Indians already doing that primary school.
No, it's very, very important. That's why our children come out, they make millions and they're broke. We're just talking about musicians. You see them talking and making all this noise.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, bam, the money is all gone. And you're wondering, dude, I just saw you with that big car. I just saw you with a watch. I saw you with all that. Man, I owe those, so I had to give it back to them because they didn't learn how to manage their money. They didn't learn that, you know what, if you're going to be spending, you need to also make sure that a lot more is coming in that can take care of that. Yes. So you divide your money so that they will continue to multiply. See, that's another thing that we haven't taught, that when income comes in, you need to make sure that income keeps generating money upon itself. Money is not meant to just be put in a bank account and sit down. It needs to keep generating from that same money.
No, but this is not something. I hope you're not going to be seen to be racist in this now. But why is it that seems to be the coloration for black stars? I mean, not only in Nigeria, the America, in the UK, wherever they are, once they become rich, and look at Mike Tyson, look at all the big boys. So what is it? Are you saying it is part of the gene?
No, I refuse to agree that it's part of the gene, because I see people who don't behave that way. I was just talking to a professor who just is visiting right now at Unilag from the States. and he was, when I mentioned the school that I went to and the period that I was
Yeah.
in that school, he said, ah, there's this they call it American football. There's this football star
Yeah.
that was in school on